And so eventually we started dating, and it was, I mean, I wouldn't say great.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
But in the beginning, I was so happy. I mean, I couldn't believe that he had really decided to, you know, stop doing all that stuff just for me. I like it. It just makes you feel special. He really wants you to think that you are special. And that's definitely what he did to me. I mean, you know, and this was so long ago. But when we first started dating, shit went quick. And when I mean quick, we were together for 6 months. Like officially dating, but we were involved for longer than that. Because we were like sleeping together before we started dating and after. How can we see if Jacqueline's here? I don't know. I saw that she popped in, but I don't know if she's still here. But anyway, so shit started going south quickly. Like we had made plans to see a movie, and this was in the beginning of our relationship. I'm just gonna give you just some examples of some shit that happened. Obviously, I can't run over everything that happened. And I'm not trying to explain this to say that, like, I never did anything wrong, because obviously I'm not perfect. I mean, I never cheated on him, and I don't know. I don't think that I did anything inherently wrong. I guess. Like, I tried very hard. Anyway, so me and Richie had made plans to see a movie. And my older sister called me that day, early day, because I had ran into her downtown, in the town that we live in, and so we got lunch, and she asked me if I wanted to hang out with her that night, and so I called Richie, and I was like, hey, I just ran into my sister, and I haven't seen her in a month and a half. Is it cool if I go hang out with her tonight and we can go see a movie on a different day? And he was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then, you know, so I went with my sister because he said it was okay. And he didn't say it was okay like, oh, maybe you shouldn't go. He was like, yeah, no, that's fine. You haven't seen her in a while. And then an hour later, I was like hanging out, and he was already flipping out on me. He was already angry. He was already texting me about how I clearly didn't care about him. He was tweeting about how I didn't care about him. And then I would say maybe 2 hours after that, he started live broadcasting on YouNow, chugging vodka, staring at the camera, completely silent. Because I went to a party with my sister instead of seeing a movie. Completely silent. And everybody was like, they thought he was having a mental breakdown, and he was just doing that to make me feel shitty about going out with my sister. And that was horrifying to me. I mean, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I thought it was my fault. I thought that I was causing him to do these things. I thought somehow he just, I don't know. And then, fast forward 3 weeks after that. No, wait. It wasn't 3 weeks. It was 6 weeks after that. 6 weeks after that, my uncle died. My uncle died, and there's a video on my YouTube, a really old video of me talking about why I was gone for a while, because obviously I take a lot of breaks from the internet. But there was a video of me talking about, you know, stuff on my YouTube channel if we want to go back to, like, look at the dates, I guess. I know people are very into doing their research. But, holy shit, that's a pizza. Oh my god, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Anyway, so my uncle died, and me and my entire family, went, and drove all the way up to Wisconsin because, you know, my aunt was devastated. My uncle was not a very old man. He was younger than both of my parents, actually. But you know. So I went up there, and the day after, my uncle's funeral, me and my cousins, we all decided that we were going to go out, and try to relax and have fun because we had spent the last day and a half at a funeral, at my uncle's funeral. And that was, I stopped texting back. That's the day that I stopped texting back for 1 hour. I was out with my cousins and I didn't text him back for 1 hour. And he made me feel like utter shit about it. I mean, he really did. He told me that I didn't care about our relationship. He accused me of cheating on him. He did a bunch of stuff. He threatened to break up with me. He asked me if I wanted to break up with him, and that's why I was acting like that, and blah, 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 whatever. And it was awful. But of course, like, I thought it was my fault. I thought that, you know, maybe I shouldn't have gone out, or maybe I shouldn't have expected to, you know, have that freedom. And I don't know. I mean, it's not like I shouldn't have. I mean, like, I know that now. It's just, oh god. You know, he used to, and the first time that I found out that he was being unfaithful to me was on tour, funny enough. And we were publicly dating whenever I found out that he was, you know, not being faithful. And I found out because I found text messages in his phone, very similar to what happened to Jacqueline, of him texting one of his ex-girlfriends. And, you know, I had quit my job to go on that tour. And I think that's the craziest part to me, is like, I told him beforehand that, like, I was not gonna have a job when I came back if I went on this tour with him. And I just feel like at that point I would have said something. Like, if I wasn't planning on staying with somebody, I would have spoken up. That's why he keeps. Well, I actually went on tour with him and Lexi. I went on 2 different tours with Richie, and on the first tour, Lexi was a whole tour, except during the entirety of the tour, Lexi and Richie hung out, and I was doing merch with Billy. So, I have no idea if he was cheating with Lexi when she was there. I don't know, but she was there the whole time, and she was with him more than I was, so I don't know. I feel like, me and Richie did break up, once, because he was, talking about hooking up with her behind a strip club. Yeah, that was a rough one. But that was after we broke up the first time. But when we broke up the first time on tour, I flew home, and when he came back, over to his house to, you know, grab my stuff, and he wanted to like meet up and sit down and talk and everything. And, you know, I was like, okay, like, we can sit down, like, I'm an adult, even though you were unfaithful to me, like, I don't mind sitting having a conversation with you. And I came over and, we talked. And then, like, eventually, like, halfway through, like, started drinking wine or something. And this was after he, like, tried to, like, make out with me. And so we made out, but I, like, removed myself, and I can't do this, we're not getting back together, like, I need to go, that day. And I told him that twice. I was like, we can't get together, like, I don't want to be with you again, like, this is just gonna be a cycle, and I don't want to do it. And so, he walked me down to my, and then he, told me that he killed himself. He ran off into the woods. And I know everybody heard Greg say that, but it's true. He threatened to kill himself and then ran off. And I couldn't leave. I mean, like, I can, he ran off into the woods, towards the place that he previously said if he was ever going to kill himself, he would go, but he had told me if I left, he's going to do it. And then he ran off, and I didn't know what to do, but, so I followed him, and I followed him into the woods, and I found him way down into the woods crying, and it was just for the fit, like, just go, you're going to leave anyway, just go. And I couldn't do it because I don't have a heart to heart. I cared about him, and I didn't him to be hurting just because I was hurting. So I told him I would stay. I told him I would stay that night. I told him I would stay with him. I told him a lot of stuff. I just figured, I don't know. I figured if he was so burnt up about it then that he really did care. I thought he did. He made it seem so genuine. So we whenever we broke up on tour, and then when we got back together, we didn't post about it because he didn't want anybody knowing that we got back. Didn't want people to be like away. I guess he didn't want to ruin his chances with other girls that he was trying to hook up with by telling people that we were dating publicly again. I don't think that he wanted to give me any power to tell people about the shit that he did after that because he was so angry that I told anybody at all in the beginning. So I think that he didn't want to post about it publicly, so if he fucked up again, I wouldn't be able to tell anybody with them caring because he didn't say that we were dating, we just were. Which is so fun. Like, who? Right, but he didn't want to look back. I just don't know, like, if you already are so worried about making yourself, I would, like, why are we dating in the first place? But, I gave him a second chance, and, fast forward, but, he started hiding his posts from me. You can, like, post, so he started doing that. He would, like, post, Facebook statuses about, like, who wanted to go out and see movies with him. He would post stuff about, like, who was free this weekend, yada yada whatever, because the internet didn't know that we were dating. They had no idea, so he would just hide posts from me, and whenever I was busy or be something else, he would, whatever the and the reason that we broke up the second time is because Lexi called me. Lexi called me and she told me about the stuff that he had been sending her, because she didn't know that we were together. He did not tell her that we had gotten back together. He told her that we'd been apart the whole time, and whenever she found out that we were still dating, she called me and she told me about it. And I always really respected Lexi for that. But I guess, I don't know. I don't really feel about it now. Because, you know, it could have been a whole number of different things. But we broke up again. And I was just completely retarded. I mean, you can't say that word, but I was just slow to realize that, like, I was just, you know, just in the wrong situation, just somewhere I shouldn't have been. But even after that had happened, you know, Ricky contacted me and calling me and begging me and asking if we can get back together, because it was just texts. Because they hadn't actually done anything yet. It was just text messages, and he really just messed up because he said a few things and he didn't really mean it, and he didn't really with anybody, and he didn't do this and he didn't do that. And I was like, yeah, whatever. You know, he told me that he hadn't cheated on me. I mean, like, to me, I still think that that's cheating, but thank you. But, anyway, so I took him back again because he told me that it was just text. I mean, he made it so clear. He was like, I didn't really do any of these things, and we dated for a few more months, and things were fine, sort of. I think in my head I knew that he was cheating on me, and I only say that because one night I got really sick. Like, I couldn't sleep and I was vomiting. But, like, in my head, I was like, you know, he's cheating on you. Like, you know that he is. Like, I was physically sick. And I called him the next day. And I was talking to him about the fact that I was getting physically sick because I was, you know, just so concerned. And he, you know, gave me the same spiel about how he wouldn't do that to me, and he cares about me too much, and he just, I don't know, he made me feel crazy for, like, thinking that he would do that. He made me feel crazy. I see everybody in the chat, just keep asking, about if he cheated with the same girl, but, Richie cheated on me with, more than one person, more than 2 people, really more than 3 people. I don't actually know the whole final number. I know it was a lot. I know it was a lot more than I even know about, because obviously, like, he never really told me the truth about any of it. I just had to find out randomly. I mean, it was just all, God, I just would find out from random girls months later. But whenever we broke up the last time, it's because I went to, okay, yeah, so final time we really broke up. This is when we stopped dating, not, oh my god, thank you. Anyway, the last time we stopped dating, because when we stopped dating is not when we stopped sleeping together, it's not when we stopped being involved. That was much later, which is awful. I wasn't even his girlfriend and I was still buying into his bullshit. It's fucking crazy. Ugh. I'm sorry, I'm very angry at myself. I don't know if you could tell. personality is... Oh my god. Anyway. So the last time that we broke up, I was going to his house to hang out with him, and I got there before he did. And his Facebook page was open. And on his Facebook page, it was his messages just wide open on the screen. And it was just conversation after conversation after conversation after conversation. When I say there was probably, like, I saw at least 20. I saw at least 20 conversations, and that's just what I could see from a quick scroll. At least 20 conversations with just these random girls on Facebook of him messaging his fans to see if they had turned 18 yet, of him, like, seeing if these, like, really, really young girls, like, barely 18 could drive, if they were in his area, like, a bunch of really creepy shit. Like, it seemed so predatory to me at the time that it was weird, because whenever me and Richie started, you know, dating, well, whenever me and Richie met and started talking and everything, and, you know, starting that whole romantic thing, I was freshly 18, and I guess I didn't realize at the time that that's, like, a thing. I don't know, it's so weird to me. Like, I hate it. I wish I wasn't so young when I met him, so I would have fucking known better. Anyway, so we broke up officially. Never got back together after that. That was at the end of July. At the end of July, we broke up. So if you hooked up with Social Repose anywhere between February to July 2016, that was my boyfriend. Ugh, makes my whole body fucking cringe. I hate this. Anyway, so we broke up the last time, and I was wrecked. Like, completely fucking broken. I didn't know what to do. I had never really experienced that kind of devastation. Hey, Rario, what's up? Anyway. But I was just so tight. I've never had somebody just ruin all this at once. And it's not even just on a relationship basis. It was, he lied about it. Just so much. I mean, so much. Anyway. So, that's not when this whole, you know, fiasco ended. I helped him move after we broke up. I found out he was cheating on me, and I helped him move. I worked for him completely for free for a week straight, all day, every day. I was helping him paint and build all of his furniture and do everything for him. Because he told me that he didn't have people to help him. He didn't, you know, he said he needed help. He said there's nobody else who could do it. And so I offered to help, and I offered to do it, and, actually one of the girls that he cheated on me with almost showed up while I was there. And he, you know, gave me a whole spiel about some other shit that happened, and it wasn't that, you know, of course, because he still wanted my help. So I helped him for a whole week, and, eventually we started sleeping together again, because he told me that he hadn't been seeing anybody. He told me that he was by himself. He told me that it was just me. You know, he, like, fucked up and everything. You know, just kept me around as long as he could. So fucked up. So fucked up. And then things really, really fell out and stopped. Because he got in a fight with me on my 19th birthday. On my 19th birthday, I was recording an album in Cleveland, Ohio. And it had, you know, been a month and a half since we broke up. But Richie wanted to drive up and he wanted to spend my birthday with me. And, you know, at first when he said it, I didn't really argue with him. I was like, haha, like, yeah, you can come see me on my birthday if you want to in Cleveland. Like, sure. And then, you know, a couple weeks later when it was getting close to my birthday, he brought it up. And I was like, I don't know, like, why you'd want to drive, you know, 7 hours to come see the girl you just cheated on for her birthday. Like, it's so weird to me. And so the day of my birthday, we got in this huge, huge fight. And he, you know, made me feel like shit. He told me he didn't even know it was my birthday on my birthday. He, like, made me feel awful about it, about me not wanting him to be there, enough to the point where he made me, or told me he forgot my birthday, and told me that I was shitty, and just a bunch of shit. It was awful. But the next day, because I was supposed to be in the Filthy Pride video, because he wrote that song about me. So he was going to put me in a music video because the song is about me. And the day after my birthday, he sent me this really long message about how he wasn't going to put me in the video. He was going to replace me, you know, literally and physically. And he just, he was angry and he didn't want me to be there, and it was going to be too much work and too much drama to have me in the video, and he told me that my body would be distracting, in the comments. He didn't want his comment section to be about, my body instead of him. Oh, no, guys, I have BPD. Don't say that Richie has BPD. Richie has way worse problems. I have BPD, and I can fucking tell you I would never do shit like that. Anyway. I don't know. He dragged it out, and he made me feel like shit the whole time, and he cheated on me, and he lied to me about it. And he continued to lie about it. He lied to me about cheating on Jacqueline. I just don't even know what he didn't lie about. Yeah. Anyway. So that sort of sums up everything. I think I pretty much covered the big topics here. He's a cheater. He's manipulative. He will take every little piece of good in you and smash it. And it's scary. And I'm still crying because I'm still scared. Because I already know that he's gonna come back and make me feel like shit again, even though I shouldn't. But, you know, we'll wait it out. Of course, I'm gonna get shit for this too, but it's fine. Did he try to blackmail you? Yeah, he did. I mean, that's another thing, I guess. Whenever I did say anything publicly about any of the stuff that he had done, and I didn't even go into detail. I mean, this is the most detail anybody's ever gotten, and it's not even fucking detailed. I mean, shit. Anyway, he flipped out, and he sent me these long, awful messages about how he was gonna make me look so shitty on the internet, and he was gonna tear me down, and he had the following to do it, and I wasn't gonna stand a chance because nobody gave a shit about me, because he could make me look bad and they would listen to him and I had no feet to stand on. And you know what? Fuck it. I've got 2 feet and they work just fine. So, suck on that, Richie. Whew. I feel so much better. I'm still crying, but I feel so much better. Do you think Empress is about you or Jacqueline? I know that Filthy Pride is about me, and I know that Villain is about me. I don't really know about the rest. But, yeah. I know that those 2 songs are about me. Specifically about all of the fucked up shit that he did to me. Which is another reason I was so offended about him putting Jacqueline in those videos. Because whenever he would talk about Jacqueline, like, he made it seem like he had changed for her, and that's why it was, you know, less fucked up to put her in those videos, because he was singing about the fucked up shit he did to me, you know? So I figured if he wasn't gonna do it to her, it was fine, but how, like, it's the same thing. I mean, I just feel like what he did to her is worse. I mean, he never put such extravagant ideas in my head. I mean, he made me think that he was faithful, and he made me think that, you know, we weren't gonna break up immediately, I guess. Like, it wasn't, he never tried to make me think it was a life plan. I mean, he started off with her calling her, like, his wife. Like, I don't understand how you could do that to somebody. I physically, I cannot comprehend doing that shit to people. I just can't, and I think that Richie made me do things that I regret, and I wish that I, you know, knew better. I wish that I didn't play into his shit. I wish that I didn't believe the things that he had told me. He likes control, and he likes to be able to, you know, judge, you know, what you're gonna do and change your actions. Like, that's what he's into. Thanks, Saya. Thank you. Anyway, it's just shit. It's just shitty. And I wouldn't wish it on anybody, and I really wish that nobody else would do it, and I, you know, not to say, like, I tried to warn you, but I did. I mean, I really, like, I just wanted somebody to listen and be like, hey, like, this guy's fucked up, and he will fuck you up, and he will, you know, seem nice while he's doing it, and he will find the only soft parts of your body, and he will crush them, because that's what he did to me. I'm a fucking soft person. I'm not. I don't cry. Like, I don't get emotional on things. Like, I was never like this for Richie. I'm not like this. And it feels shitty for me to even, like, shed tears because of him, because he doesn't deserve them. He doesn't deserve my tears because I don't care about him, and I've completely removed myself from that. Like, it's been over a year. Like, I could not be farther from it. It's terrifying to talk about this shit, because I know, you know, tomorrow there's gonna be a fucking 20-minute video about how I'm trash and all the fucked up shit I did, because clearly it was me, guys. It was me. It was always me, because I went to 2 parties. Ever. It was me. What's your next video based on something? Oh my god. If he comes after you, proves your point is out. But he told me he was going to a long time ago. He told me he was going to come after me if I said anything a year ago. And I don't know if that's changed now, but you know what? If he comes after me, he can come after me. Like, I'm not going to feel shitty because he was bad to me. I'm not going to feel shitty about telling you all the fucked up shit he did, because he's still fucking doing it. He's doing it to better people than me. Frankly, you know what? I think Richie fucking me over was my karma for being a bully in high school. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't really a bully in high school. I was a bully in elementary school. Why did he ask you to write a song for him? So he could do an ad. He paid me to do that. That wasn't... I didn't really write that shit about Richie. He paid me to do it because I didn't want it. Oh my god. Do you think he intentionally hurts people for new content and music inspo? He does. He'll actually tell you that, though. I mean, if you sit down and have a conversation with Richie, he himself will tell you that he, you know, intentionally causes chaos in his own life to make himself sad because he thinks that he writes better when he's sad. And even when him and Jacqueline most recently broke up, he tweeted about how artistic he gets when he's hurting. And it's true. He intentionally fucks up shit to make himself feel worse so he can write better music. And frankly, I don't think it's working. What do you think about his Dear Future Girlfriend video? He told me he was making it when he was making it. I don't like the video. I don't think that it was respectful, but I knew that he was trying to make a dramatic reenactment of what, you know, I portrayed him as, but he really just, you know, like explained the shit that he does. I don't know. I just remember when he had Jacqueline react to that. That broke my heart. Like, I reached out to Richie and I really was like, that hurt my feelings. Like, you really did do all of those things. How are you gonna have her laugh at them? Anyway. Well, shit, guys. So, that was it. That was my whole spiel about Richie. I guess I'm just gonna turn this into a regular broadcast. If you have any other questions, I'll answer them. Yeah. Jacqueline's here. I actually spoke to Jacqueline to talk to her about stuff, you know. Did he name the album after you? No, I don't think he named it after me. Did he ever cheat on... He didn't date Billy. What? He doesn't really have a crying fetish. That's not true. He did, sort of intentionally make me cry sometimes. And he would sort of intentionally make me cry sometimes. Not because he has a crying fetish. He made me cry because he said that he could only tell that I cared about him when I was crying, which doesn't make any sense to me, but he said that he could only really, really tell that I cared about him when I was crying, so sometimes he made me cry. On these times, I wouldn't say it's a constant thing. He did tell me all the time that, like, because I would, like, make jokes about how, like, if I eat more, like, I just get curvier, and then he would always tell me, like, oh, I should eat more, like, I need to eat way more, and stuff like that, just to, like, get curvy, but I don't ever think he was, like, you know, being entirely, you know, serious about that. Is he really as broke as he says? I've always wondered that. I don't know. I have no idea how much money he has. Guys, this question. Would you ever consider collabing with Jacqueline, making music or a music video? I mean, yeah, if she wanted to collab with me, I would definitely do it. I mean, she's a better woman than I. Oh my gosh. I'm sure Jacqueline doesn't really talk about it yet. We should do a song together. It's fine. Let's find the best song. How do you feel about Greg? Fuck Greg, dude. Greg's being mean, okay? Like, he always says he does everything with good intentions, but he doesn't. Like, he really doesn't. Because if you were doing something with good intentions, you'd be like, hey, like, I'm sorry that things are going south for you. Like, oh god, he's just mean about stuff. Like, I don't know. He always talks about how it's the truth and it's the facts, but it's rude and it's insensitive. And I think that's really Greg's problem, is he doesn't get that. But that's all I really have to say about that, is he thinks people will think that he's wrong because, the things that he says, and it's really just how he presents them. Are you okay, Jacqueline? Jacqueline! Oh gosh. Well, thank you, Jacqueline. Sorry, I had to scroll up to read your comment, but I just really appreciate you being here, and God, I just feel so bad that, like, this fucked up cycle he's in is not over. Like, how the fuck is it not over? I just don't get it. Like, it's not like me and Richie never talked, but he never, like, fuck, dude. First in girls, oh my god, all I had to do was cry. That sounds so fucked up. Only standing up for AYALLA because he's trying to drag Jacqueline, not because he actually cares. No, I've actually asked Greg publicly and privately multiple times to not talk about me. And in this most recent thing, he has been very, very respectful and not using my name, which I really appreciate. I've sort of, fucked that for myself by doing this, but, you're first, but because you're sincere. Yeah. They're just so much negativity. This is why I'm gay. I'm so gay. I'm so gay. Instead of crying, I'm just gonna steal Richie's girl. Jacqueline, hit me up. Let's go to dinner. I'll treat you right. Cause I ain't a fuck. I ain't a fuck. Did he cheat on you with Lexi too? I have no idea. Well, he sexted her. He was sexting Lexi while we were dating, but Lexi didn't know we were dating, and she told me. So I don't really know. There's so many likes in this broadcast right now. You guys are so supportive. I just don't even know. I love you so much. Why are you so nice to me? How do you feel about the fact that he's lost over 20k subs? That's kind of cool. I mean, honestly, whenever I first started getting any subscribers on YouTube because of my videos, Richie, like, told me that he didn't want me to ever break 100,000 because it would, like, make him feel shitty about his accomplishments because I could do it too. And that was so weird to me. So, like, that's all I ever really want to do is, like, hit 100k just to fuck with Richie. But that's just because he told me he didn't want me to hit 100k because it makes him feel like what he does is not as cool. But I don't know how that's not as cool just because, like, people might want to watch me do shit too. I don't fucking know, dude. It's okay. It's okay. I'm so big from 20 accounts here. Thanks. Oh my god, we have a hashtag now. I don't think Jacqueline likes girls, but whatever. It was a nice idea. Subbing you just for that. Well, thanks, guys. Thank you so much. He's so disgusting when I was... whenever I first met him, I thought he was too. And, like, he changed my mind. And I think that's the part that's so crazy to me, is, like, I started off thinking that he was like this. And he, like, spent so long convincing me otherwise that... Fuck, dude. Fuck. Ugh. A video of y'all eating dinner would be beautiful. Agreed. Subbing to your channel. Thank you, guys. Why do you continue to talk to Richie at all? Realistically, I don't know. I mean, I don't talk to him now. I actually, blocked his number after the most recent time that I talked to him. Because I have no reason to talk to him. Thank you for the likes, Jacqueline! Thank you! I don't know. I blocked his number. I'm done with it. drop a diss track? I totally want to. I feel like last time Greg made a video about me, I decided I was gonna make a diss track, but now I do not. But I did not do it because he responded to me. What was that recent video where you wrote him the song? That was hilarious. He asked me to write him some stuff, so I took some like old lyrics and slapped some new ones on there. Diss track / roast collab. Honestly, that'd be so easy though. Like, it would be too easy. His public portrayal as a nice guy fooled me. When I saw his damage limitation video, he seemed like a completely different person. It was weird. Yeah. Get your stuff, please. Take some. Does he have your stuff? You said when you go to get your stuff, please take something with you. Tell him to mail it to you, because I fell in that fucking trap. And you know Richie's tricks don't work better on anybody unless you're right in front of him. His fucking ugh, got it. Can someone sum up the exposing from earlier? Richie is manipulative and a cheater, and if you don't want him to crush all of the good parts of you, you should stay away. That's it! He has all her fan gifts from tour. Oh my god, I remember whenever I had to pick up my stuff. I actually have like a pile of my old fan stuff in there from tour. And I've got some of them on the wall. Oh, it's fierce. Go with her to get her stuff. I will. If you need an accompaniment, I got you. If you need anything. So happy you're happy to. What do you think of Lexi? I don't know. I don't know. I just know that shit's fucked. Ayala, are you gay? I am bisexual. I like girls and I like boys. And that is how. Did he ever apologize to you directly for cheating on me? I think. Maybe. He may have. I don't really remember. I think he said a lot of things to me that were not true, so I feel like even if he had apologized, I'm a girl, I will treat you well, let's date. I live in Virginia. Come find me. That'd be admitting to being a... No, he did! I think he did apologize to me once about cheating on me, but it was a long time afterwards. But I think that he was apologizing to sort of pull me back into it more than to actually get an apology. Or like to you know, express how he felt. Real talk, I looked for you at Maryland Warped Tour, but I got there late and left right after I saw. Aww. Something running around your house? Yes, my siblings are. Thought it's weird how damaged, like, to claim he is. No, he's not really damaged. He's not really damaged at all. And that's, like, I'm sure there's something wrong with him. And I know, like, rationally there's gotta be. Like, nobody would just continue to treat people like this over and over and over, expecting, you know, different results if they were just completely fine. Like, he does it to himself. I mean, he, like, outside of, you know, being depressed, I guess, and being lonely, like, most of this shit he does to himself, and the fact that he's lonely and depressed is all due to the fact that he's fucked over all of his friends, or been mean to them, or rude to them, rude to his friends or his fans, because he's not always nice. I mean, like, even outside of, like, relationship things, when I went on tour with him, like, he would scream at us and throw things. Like, he's not always nice. Social exposed, that's funny. No, but it's true. He was so shitty on tour, and him and Billy got in huge fights on tour. Not that Billy was very well behaved on tour either. I mean, she was being a little high maintenance. But, like, like, he would scream at us, he would tell us that we were doing a shitty job, he would get mad at us because he lost stuff, he, like, would throw things in the parking lot, it's just, he wasn't always nice. I mean, sometimes he was nice, and sometimes he was, like, the worst person you've ever hung out with in your entire life, and you have no idea why he had friends. Shit happens. What do you think of Onision's reply to all this? I think he was being rude. I think, technically I'm being rude right now, too. I guess. I don't even know. Is this even rude? I'm just glad I get to talk about this shit, because this shit is fucking old news. I never got to talk about it. I never got to fucking vent. Now here I am. Here I am, venting. Do you think he paints himself as a victim? Always. He always does that. He did that whenever me and him broke up, too. He wanted everybody... He actually, whenever we broke up, played the victim so much that people thought that I cheated on him. I mean, I was getting constant messages about how, like, I was shitty and I was mistreating Richie and I did this and I did that and I did this and I did that because people heard, oh, they broke up because of cheating, but the way that Richie was acting, everybody thought that I was the one who did the fucked up shit. Which is crazy to me. Like, I was getting shit on for months because people would watch his videos and be like, or read his tweets or whatever and be like, oh my god, like, AYALLA is so fucked up. Like, how could she break his heart? He was talking about how he was so lonely and he was hurting and how, like, how could I just leave him alone? Like, how could you sleep with 6 people? Like, what? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Fuck it, dude. It just makes me so angry because, like, I cared about him. Like, I went out of my way to do stuff for him. Like, out of my way. I'm not talking about, like, oh, sometimes I would do his laundry. I mean, like, I quit my job to work for him for free. Like, I went unpaid at my job for weeks to go on tour with him. Like, it's not like I never did anything for this guy. Like, I put in so much fucking effort. He lived an hour and 20 minutes away from me, and I would drive to him 4 or 5 times a week. I would drive to him 4 or 5 times a week because he never wanted to get out of his house. He didn't feel like driving, and so I would drive every time. I would drive almost every day to go see him an hour and 20 minutes away. Fuck, like, I don't know what the fuck I did. I tried so fucking hard. And it didn't work out. And now I'm happy. And shit's better. And my life... I have been tested for STDs since then, by the way. I know people have said that, but I have been tested for STDs since then, and thankfully I do not have any. Shit wasn't... Where's Billy? Billy is at her house. I would drive as long as it takes, girl. Why do you fight? He fought with Billy on tour because he was being really, really disrespectful. And, like, rude to us. Like, we went on tour with him and we were working for free. Like, we did an entire 2 weeks, you know, 24 hours a day we were working for free. And he was rude the whole time. I mean, he was rude to Billy, he was rude to me, and Billy doesn't do well in stressful situations, but, like, Richie made everything stressful. I mean, he was always angry, he was always pissed off, he was not happy. If he wasn't happy, nobody was happy. You know, if you, like, get snappy with Billy, like, she snaps back, because she doesn't take a lot of shit. And, you know, neither does Richie. But they just kept fighting back and forth because, Richie was being really mean, and Billy didn't want to sit there and have him be mean to her the whole time. I know that, like, I would just put on a happy face, and I like, smiled through the whole tour, and I was, like, working diligently the whole time, no matter how shitty he was treating me, because, like, I didn't want him to feel any worse. Yeah, dude. Oh, you're talking about how he gave her mono? He gave me fucking cold sores. Yeah, Richie gave me cold sores. Add that to the fucking list, dude. I thought you lived with Billy. I mean, technically I do. I'm in my dad's house right now. I'll never never understand why these girls stop looking at me. Is he different behind camera? Oh yeah, he's very different in person, but he's also different depending on his mood. He's different depending on a lot of things. Like if he's like happy or like sad or angry, he's like very different people. I don't know. Yeah. Did he ever get physical with you? Like physically abusive? No, not at all. He's like I don't think he could have physically abused me if he wanted to. He's not like a big guy. Like I'm not I'm not that small. Like I feel like people on the internet either assume that I'm really tall or really small, but I'm not a small lady. Like me and Richie are like practically the same weight. Like we're pretty even in size. No. Is he ever sweet in at least a genuine sense? He was. I think that's the part that's so confusing about Richie and the way that he does things. Is whenever you hang out with him by yourself, you like think that he cares about you, and you think that it's genuine, and you think that he's really sweet and soft on the inside and all of these things, and then you find out later that he's not. I mean, he's just not. Like you want him to be, and you think that he is, and he'll do anything to convince you that he's, just sheltered and shy, and he doesn't go outside because people are too much for him, and he just gets overwhelmed, and it's really just not like that at all. I mean, he's just mean to people. He was mean to me. I don't know. He's not bipolar. Well, see, we'll never know, because he will never go figure out his problems, because he doesn't want to figure them out. Because if he solved his problems, he wouldn't be able to get himself in these ridiculous, fucked up situations, and so he wouldn't be able to, get depressive and write about it. No, but if you ask him, he will tell you that he messes up his own life so he can write about it. Like, it's not like he's ever been shy about that either. Feel about him being childish and not going to therapy? Well, see, I can't judge him for not wanting to go to therapy, because I also, hate therapy. I don't think that it works very well. I think that if you want something to work for you, you also have to want it to work for you, and if you go in with the mindset that it doesn't work, it won't work. But yeah. She wants to talk about Richie. You're my hero, and I watch your videos. Hello. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no. I mean, like, therapy doesn't always help people, and I can understand why he's like, oh, I don't want to go to therapy. But there's a difference between going to talk therapy and going to a psychiatrist. You know what I mean? Like, there are things that you could do. Like, if he wanted to fix these issues that he has, he would have tried to fix them. But he doesn't want to fix them because he wants to be in this ridiculous, fucked up, chaotic mess that he's created for himself. You know what? He likes the broken parts because he thinks it makes it... Yes, exactly. So AYALLA, what's new? Nothing. I'm just broadcasting. How's it going, Tim? He's isolated from society and removed somewhere so he can never hurt people again. Well, instead we put him on a stage and made him dance like a monkey. How tall are you, by the way? I am 5'6". Any new music? I have recently started a new band. I know I've said that so many times, but this is a real band, and we're already making music, and I'm so excited about it. I'm in a band called Kissing Sissies, and if you did not hear that, that's Kissing Sissies. Me, Luna, and Matt have broadcasted like twice with them now, I think. But they're super great. They're really talented, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna be releasing new music soon, and I won't do anything stupid in my videos. Okay, I bought your last album. I have to check out the next one. It's gonna be so good, guys. I honestly, if you heard my old music, it's so amateur compared to the shit that I'm writing now, and I'm so excited to be able to share my new stuff with you, because it's so much more me, and it's so much more true, and it's got a lot more feeling in it. It's great. I'm so excited. That's Kissing Sissies. You know, sissies, you kiss them. Kiss all the sissies you know. Don't kiss the mean people, kiss the sissies. Kissing sissies. Got it. Are you mad at Jacqueline? Am I? No, I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her at all. I was mad at Richie for asking her to participate in that video, but I wasn't. I can't be mad at somebody for laughing at something that they don't know isn't a joke. Like, I could never be upset with her. Like, if somebody said, just like your uncle, you know, your uncle's dead, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't know that it's not a joke, then how are you gonna get mad at somebody for laughing? Like, saying something completely ridiculous. Like, it's not her fault. I mean, it's not her fault that she was in that situation. It's not her fault that she was dating somebody who's manipulative and was using her to try to make himself look better. I mean, I guess, because if you have your girlfriend, you laugh at that video, it makes it seem like, you know, you're not shitty, but he's still shitty. She would have done that on purpose, she didn't know. I know, but that's the thing. Are you a sissy because I want to kiss you? I am a sissy! Kiss me! Ha ha ha! Kissing sissies. Social Repose discredited everyone that tried to wound Jacqueline. I mean, he just tried to tell me that he was gonna, like, practically ruin my life if I told anybody, so, like, my life's pretty great right now, so he can try to ruin it, but he tried to put you two against each other to blind you to his poor actions. He really did, though. I mean, he really did. Not a lot of things. You told anybody what? If I told anybody all of the shit that I went over today about how he cheated on me, about all of the awful things that he did, you know, he just... Does Kissing Sissies have a Twitter I can follow? No, guys, Kissing Sissies is just a name now, and I want you to tell it to everybody you know. Kissing Sissies. Just tell it to, like, 5 people, because once I come out with an album, everybody's gonna be like, who the fuck are Kissing Sissies? It's us. It's me. It's me and my friends. We're great. Anyone special in your life right now? Today is actually my 7-month anniversary with my significant other, who I'm currently waiting for right now. I finished this broadcast before I'm going to get stolen away into the arms of my lover. Stationary Hunts, what happened to that? My old bandmate decided that I was making it all about myself, and so he quit. He really quit so he could move to California, but he wanted to make me feel like it was my fault before he quit to move. I don't know. It was pretty dumb, but that's fine. How old are you? I am 20 years old. I'm 20. I just turned 20 2 months ago. Is the significant other a secret? Happy anniversary. No, he's not a secret. He's just don't post about him. There's a picture of him on my Instagram. I'm dating a boy. There's so young and so mature. Well, thanks, guys. Anyway, he's not a secret. He doesn't really participate in social media very much. So I try not to blast him all over my social media, because if he doesn't have accounts of his own, he probably doesn't want people looking at a bunch of stuff about him, you know? Do you have a preference between men or women? Yes. I technically prefer women a lot more over men. I think that women are substantially more attractive than men. I'm actually pretty fucking gay. Pretty fucking gay. Like, if there was a gay scale, I'd be almost 127% gay. You sound like Lainey? Oh god. Or really? Oh, it's because I said I was really gay. I wish that was bad because y'all hook up would be perfect. That's like the perfect ending to a story. Like, if you could, like, tell, like a relationship story, like, that would be, like, the like, happy ending. Is your boyfriend the guy named Tim? Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, Eugenia's in here? What's up, Eugenia? Hello. Girl, you're not. I didn't say I was ugly. I said I was uglier than Victoria Justice. Okay. Okay. What's up, Eugenia? How are you doing? How's life? How are things? She doesn't look as good as me. Well, thanks, guys. I wish I was prettier than Victoria Justice, but you know, that's not how reality works. But if you want to tell Nickelodeon I need my own TV show, I will take it. I don't think you can make a cool name out of my first name, but I will take it. That's gonna be pretty good. How are you? I'm good. I'm actually probably going to be hopping off of this broadcast very, very soon, because my boyfriend should be getting here so we can celebrate our month anniversary. We got seven whole months, guys. I'm so excited. And he never did anything fucked up to me. He's so good to me. He treats me well. He cuddles me. He tells me I'm cute. He's just the best. He's just the best. Anyway, so since I'm concluding this broadcast, and then this has been nothing like any of the broadcasts I have ever done, would you guys like me to like sing to you? Do you want me to answer questions? I normally just sing in my broadcast, so I don't know how to end this, but I normally finish it off with like a song request. Do you have a song request? Or, oh, somebody said All I Wanted. Gonna pick that song? Something empowering. Sing something about cheaters. Oh my god! Wait. I'm singing a Carrie Underwood song. You know, Before He Cheats? Do you know that song? Maybe blow your nose first. Maybe I wanna sound like this. And quit! That would be a collab. We should do that. I would love to sing with you though. I mean, your voice is beautiful. I don't know if that's weird that I've watched all of the videos of you singing. I mean your videos of you singing. I don't even mean the videos of you with Richie. I mean your videos of you singing. Because I like your covers and I think that they're pretty. I feel like that makes me seem so weird, but I do. I think your voice is gorgeous. Okay, I'll shut up. I'm gonna stop being a weirdo. Oh. Up to Jacqueline, I don't want to make her, a guest of me if she does not feel comfortable. I don't know if she wants to. I mean, I'm not going to be on here for too much longer, so I don't know if she wants to. She can. I mean, we're very welcome to be nice to me. Filthy Pride. Want me to sing Filthy Pride? I don't even think I know the words to Filthy Pride. I'm like thinking about it. Can I even? Don't push her, she may not be ready. I mean, I'm not trying to push her. You guys asked, not me. I'm just some jokes. Alright, guys. So, I'm gonna sing you a song I like singing, and then I'm gonna head out. Because I know this has been long and exhausting for you two, but you'll be on this level next year. Hey, look, if you ever need a speed up to this level, I'm telling you, I know the first part is shitty. So shitty, but like literally anything I could do to help. I will mail you a box of wine. I'll mail you 6 boxes of wine. Literally 8 boxes of wine. But yeah, no, dude, shit gets better, and don't ever think that this is the end of the world and the end of, your love life, because he's fucked, but you can call me anytime. She's never gonna talk to me again. She's gonna be like, you flirted with me. I don't know what to do. Sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, guys, thank you for coming to my broadcast. I'm so late. I missed all that Richie stuff. Well, sorry, dude. Missed the tea. Sipped it and it's gone. Tea got cold. Any of Natty Gabrielle, she was sleeping with Richie. She did sleep with Richie, and she lied to me about it. And I had an issue with her when we were dating, and she lied to me about the stuff that was going between them. So no, I don't like her. I think that she knows that I don't like her. I think she messaged me talking about how she was going to see me at Warped Tour this year. Messaged me on Instagram saying like, oh yeah, like I didn't know, but I'll see you at the concert later today. And every time I saw her, I just pretended to vomit the whole time. Because she lied to me. And she brought me flowers the same day. So like whatever. I don't like her. Not a fan. She was not nice, and yeah. Not a fan. And she did sleep with Richie, and yeah. How about we don't get disrespectful, we just talk about that? How about whatever? I just like, don't ask me questions if you don't want to know the answer. I don't understand. Like, I don't care, dude. At this point, it's true, and she was the Empress now. Trash human. And Richie lied to me about her a lot. To my fucking face. To my fucking face. Like, I asked him about her in person, and he in my fucking face. Richie, don't worry about it. Richie is irrelevant at this point. She's gross. She is gross. Think about it. I think that's the part that drives me nuts. It's like, if I do something fucked up, like, I'm not gonna lie to you about that. Like, I mean, I never really go out of my way to hurt people anyway. I could not do that. I could not, my heart is not hard. Like, I can't imagine doing that. I really can't. Like, I just, maybe a lot of things. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I love you guys. Hugs and sissy kisses. Yes, Kissing Sissies, guys. Kissing Sissies is my new band, and I hope that you guys tell at least one of your friends the name Kissing Sissies. Be like, if you ever hear Kissing Sissies, buy their music. That's all I want you to say. And I love you guys so much, and thank you for all the support. You made this so much easier than I thought it was gonna be. And I love you guys, and thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna go. Gotta go. Goodbye. I love ya.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and follow us on Twitter to keep up to date on your favorite streamers. Blarg you later.